Hey y'all, before we get into this video, I want to say happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there, all the mother figures, all the teachers that are play motherly roles in the lives of children as they educate them. Just happy Mother's Day. So in this video is called Pop the Balloon or Find Love with Arlette Amuli, episode 7. And there is a reason why I chose to do a review on this type of videos. I don't normally, okay, on Word Unfiltered, don't normally review these types of videos, but there is a reason. I seen a short with this a portion of this episode in the short, and being a Christian single woman, I wanted to review this video because there's a lot of Jesus, okay? There's a lot of Jesus being thrown around and and talked about in this video. If you see the light adjust, I'm right in front of my window. So, in the time of day it is, the sun is moving in and out all about, okay? God is doing this thing out there in nature. But so yeah, we're gonna get right on into it, and let's see what this video is all about.
Now, what's going to happen is I'm actually going to switch it on over to you if I can have your toothpick.
So just to give, before we get into it, okay, so the way this goes is there's 8 women and they're holding balloons, and there's a couple of men in the back, and the men come out one by one. And if the women like what they see, because they can only at first go off of visual appearances, if they like what they see, then they don't pop the balloon. But if off bat, just from what they see physically, if they're not feeling it, they are to pop the balloon. And it says pop the balloon or find love. I honestly can't see how anybody would find true love on this type of show, but I guess, it's all for entertainment. But yeah, so now nobody popped when he came out. So now the ball is in his court, or the toothpick is in his hand to choose whose balloon he's going to pop, just based off of the physical appearance.
Thank you. I'm going to have you hold that. So for the first round, I know it's going to be a little bit tough, but we're just going to have you pop 2 balloons strictly based off of looks. So you can go ahead and pop those 2, and then I'll go ahead and ask you, off of their look, what made you pop?
It's the hardest part. My apologies.
Okay, and one more.
Do this.
Okay, let's start right here. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Sincere. I'm 27.
Okay, and let me have you stand right
Oh,
here.
my bad.
There you go. You're good. And Marvin, why did you end up popping her balloon?
I guess, if I'm being shallow, it was the outfit. That's really all it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
We match though.
We do match.
We could go out like now. That's okay, Marvin.
Okay, and now why did you?
You have to have some serious, good, like strong self-confidence, and just to go on this show, because it's based on so many shallow things in the beginning. Like, it can really weigh on a person's self-confidence. This is why I say I don't think anybody is gonna find true love on this type of show, but I guess it's definitely entertaining.
You leave your balloon unpopped for Marvin?
He's in the Air Force. He likes to travel. I was gonna ask him if he had his passport and where he has been, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
passport.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go on to our next one over here. If we can have your name and age.
Angel, 23.
Okay. And now, Marvin, why did we end up popping Angel's balloon?
I don't know. Just not my type, honestly. Yeah.
And in,
Yeah.
in what way? What makes her not your type?
I guess, yeah, just didn't catch my attention, but I don't mean that in like any kind of crazy way. Just didn't catch my attention.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And now, Angel, why did you leave your balloon unpopped for Marvin?
Because I'm in the Air Force too. So I was,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, man.
Thank you both for your service.
But yeah, that's it.
Small world out here, man.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. So We do have a few ladies still left. Did you have a question to go ahead and help you narrow it down?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Do you guys have children?
Okay. So are you holding up the number of children you have? Okay.
Two
Now,
children?
is that a
Is that
deal
what-
breaker for you?
It is.
It is? Okay.
So sad. I'm so sad.
All right, let's just go ahead and go over to some of those ladies.
like that.
If we can have your name and age.
My name is Sierra Karas, but I go by Sakari, and I'm 30 years old.
Okay.
And Sakari, why did you leave your balloon unpopped for Marvin?
He seems pretty well-rounded, so I just gave it a shot.
Appreciate that.
All right. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm 29.
They're all so pretty. And, that has nothing to do with how they look on the inside. That's what really counts. That's what will cause or will help with the longevity of a relationship is the inside. Because beauty will fade, as the scriptures tell us. But a woman who fears the Lord, okay? So it's just sad that this is what it has come to. This is how people are really trying to find love, really trying to find, their mate. Like, this is what we've come to now.
And Ashley, why did you have your balloon unpopped for Marvin?
Well, definitely very polished. He said he was an image consultant. He likes to shop. I model. It just kind of fit that way. But also intellectually, I feel like he has a good head on his shoulders, and that's something I'm kind of focusing on. But I ended up popping because deal breaker was kids, and I do have children. So
Fair enough. You're beautiful though.
thank you.
Thank you. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Leah. I'm 28 years old.
All right. And Leah, why did you leave your balloon unpopped?
He's very handsome. I love his teeth. I'm a teeth person.
Yeah.
He has nice lips as
Yeah.
well. He's very fit. It's giving my type.
Yeah. All right. And now, is she your type? I know you said the kids is a deal breaker, though, but.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, girl. And then right down over here. Okay. If we can have your name and age.
Yes, Alexis. I'm 29.
All right. And Alexis, why did you leave your balloon unpopped?
Because he's a good-looking gentleman. He seems like he has his head on his shoulders, and yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And now, Marvin, is she your type as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the dress.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, girl.
Would you have kids?
All right. So we do still have.
Which, if they had met in a different environment and he actually was able to hold a conversation with them first prior to even finding out that they had children, it might have been a different situation. You might be willing to be okay or accept that this woman has a child because of the good, wholesome conversation. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I guess it gets the hard questions out there, the determining factors. He says a deal breaker, so.
2 balloons unpopped.
Good deal.
Did you have another question that you wanted to ask the ladies to help us narrow it down?
Do you smoke?
Okay, let's go over here. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Heaven. I'm 25.
Okay. And Heaven, his question was, do you smoke?
No.
Okay, cool.
All right. Huh? And then let's go down over here. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Alexis. I'm 29.
All right. And Alexis, to answer his question, do you smoke?
No. I have I before, yes, but do I know?
Okay.
Cool. Cool with me.
All right. Ladies, do you guys have a question for him? All right.
So, like, what's a few, like, your most important characteristics that you look for in a woman?
I would say level-headed, so you know how to have a conversation. You don't jump to conclusions. You're able to actually have, like if we have disagreements, we can actually go over those disagreements and not just be at each other's throat. I think that's a big thing. I'm a very big communication person, so I would say that's number one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. That was perfect.
Okay.
I mean, communication is key. But, I would say, like, communication and comprehension, though, because a person can communicate with you and not understand you. So you have to be able to understand and communicate. But,
See?
yeah.
Okay.
Turn the value.
Go down over here. We'll be back for you, girl. Okay. Heaven, did you have a question for Marvin?
What's your relationship with God?
Here we go.
I do not have a relationship with God. I would say that, because I mean, are you Christian? I'm assuming,
Yes.
or you are Christian? Okay, yeah, I'm not Christian, but I do explore different religions, but I'm not attached to one. If that's what you're, yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, I took your toothpick, didn't I?
She said, "Pop, that's it for me." So this clip with her popping the balloon because he said he doesn't have any type of relationship with God and he explores as any religion. There were many people in the comments saying how she was, Christians are the most judgmental people, and how dare you judge because he's not Christian and this is a good man and so on and so forth. But when you are trying, this whole show, number one, is based on being judgmental. Like, they literally pops the balloon if this person, as they walk out of the back, is not attracted.
So we're about to bring out some single men. They're going to come out one by one. When they come out, if he's your type, you're feeling him, you like what he's saying, all that good stuff, do not pop your balloon. But if there's anything that he said that you're like, ooh, red flag, this guy's not for me, go ahead and pop it. Then I'll go over to a few of you and see what's going on and why you ended up popping. Y'all, hello, welcome in. I'll have you hold that. What's your name?
Okay, they're not attracted to the person. It's all based on judgments. You judge by how the person looks. You judge by the outfit they choose. You judge by the way they answer the questions. It's always based on judgment. It's okay for everybody else to judge except Christians. She was just supposed to accept that he doesn't have any type of relationship with God. I mean, I'm glad he was honest, but when you're a Christian woman, that's something you have to really take into consideration, because this is somebody you want to build a life with, or you're looking to have a relationship with. You want to know that you're walking the same path.
Okay, and now why did we end up popping?
That's very important to me. That's up there.
Fair enough. I respect it.
Understand. Okay, let's go down over here. Huh? All right, Alexis. I heard you say a little something when he said he doesn't have a relationship with God. Is that something that's a problem for you?
It's very important because, like, he's the one who leads the way. But I would say, though, like, I can't make you believe in God. Like, that has to, like, you have to find him on your own. But, like, having the conversations, eventually, if it happens, it'll probably work. If not, I can't, like, force you to have a relationship. That's between you and God. But it's important.
Okay. Is it a deal breaker for you?
Oh, Jesus. Only just because.
Hey, you gotta stick to your roots, all right?
It definitely should be a deal breaker. Like, y'all can't be out here walking two different types of paths if you want this man to lead your future children, lead your household. Like, he has to be following a higher power, and you got to make sure that higher power that he's following is the same higher power that you worship. Okay? Or y'all gonna be going two different ways. This man says he just studies everything.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
You almost made it.
That's all good.
So you said you
That's all
explore. What does that mean?
So like this month, for instance, so right now Ramadan's being celebrated. And so that's something that I've been looking into because I do like the idea of fasting from different things that.
That's why you want to explore. You can fast, okay? Jesus fasted 40 days and 40 nights. People want everything but Jesus, every type of God but Jesus.
That just aren't good for you, So I don't necessarily have an attachment to any religion. If it has something that I guess that I vibe with, then I'll do it.
So he just have a melting pot.
So you're not, like,
religion
against it, if you will.
I will say with Christianity, so I grew up Christian and I went to a Catholic school, but it was really rough for me. So I think it's kind of like a childhood kind of thing. So that's why I'm not really gravitating towards Christianity, because as a kid, it was just rough.
Catholics. Every person that I have met that just totally don't want anything to do with Jesus. Some are atheists. They don't even believe in God. They either went to Catholic school, they grew up in a Catholic household. Catholics, Catholics produce the most atheists, or the most like people who don't want anything to do with Jesus. Like, what in the world goes on at these Catholic schools?
You know.
Well, you know what? Me popping a balloon, that probably was my fault because I probably should have engaged more.
It's all right.
Because my father's side, like, majority is Muslim.
Okay.
And they're going through Ramadan right now. I've actually, like, studied it, and I have a Quran as well. But,
You could have taught me.
you know, to touch a little resident.
But she can't teach you about Jesus. Teach me about Islam. She can't teach me about Jesus, which is crazy that it's always crazy to see African American people, Black people, be so quick to follow Islam with Muhammad owning slaves and being a white man and stuff. It's just crazy. Like, and Google it, research it. He was a white man who owned slaves, okay, Black slaves at that.
But, you know, it's not over. But I just want to, you know, make sure that, like, you have to understand that he is the way and the only way. That's it.
He's the way, the truth, and the life.
Okay. So with him being open-minded to that, is that still something that's a deal breaker for you?
I think we can have an open conversation.
Are we getting that balloon back?
We can give him a little bit.
Let me give you that. Let me bring you up here. Let's come up here. I'll have you stand right.
First lady was like, nope. She done went. But they're not getting married. It's not like they're getting married. She said they have an open conversation. But it should have definitely just been deal breaker.
All right.
He didn't give any of these other women that may have one child or he didn't give them a second chance. Like, people will waver when it comes to their beliefs, their religious beliefs.
So Marvin says she is open-minded to it. Did you all have any final questions for one another before we determine if this is a yes?
I think I'm willing to, you know, get to know him a little bit.
Okay. So is it going to be a yes for you for him?
I would say he earned a yes.
Okay. Yes for you for her?
Yeah.
We got a man!
You don't seem that excited.
All right, I'll take this mic and you guys can go on up.
He doesn't seem that excited at all.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy.
How are y'all standing in those heels? This show was an hour, okay? So I know it's even longer in real time.
Have you take this. Welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Maurice.
Maurice?
Yeah, but I go by Poet.
By Poet?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
25.
25, and what do you do?
I make music full time. I'm a model. I also do videography. And I also,
You don't want no models.
what is it called? I do traveling full time too.
Okay, all right. And now, Poet, what do you look for in a woman?
Someone that is adventurous. I like a person who's intelligent, that understands what they want. Someone that has a connection with God, who's into
Which God?
traveling, someone who's, matter of fact, that actually really has a purpose too,
Okay,
that actually cares about life as well.
all right. Okay, so we did get a pop balloon. Let's go on over there and see what's going on.
Okay.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
Yes, Alexis, I'm 29.
All right, Alexis, why did you end up popping your balloon?
You know, you're a very handsome gentleman. I love the fit. I love your energy as well. Just physically not my type.
All right, and physically, what is your usual type, and what does he fall into?
Athletic.
Okay. Okay. And now, is Alexis your type?
I don't really know, to be honest. Like I mostly go with energy. So, But the athletic thing, no, I am athletic. I did 3 different types of sports.
She's talking about athletic build your body. Like when the men say they want smaller women, or that's what she's talking about.
In high school.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I like that. I like that. Right, I like that.
All right. Okay, thank you. Let's go on down over here. We did get a popped balloon. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Heaven. I'm 25.
And Heaven, why did you end up popping your balloon?
You're very well spoken. You are attractive. It's just I don't feel like we would be a connection.
Okay. And what makes you feel that way?
Sorry. Just based off of just attraction level and things like that.
Okay. All right.
She don't really look like she want to be on the show.
Now, Poet, is she your type?
Respectfully, no.
Okay. And why not?
Oh, my fault. Maybe, I guess, just a tiny bit too much makeup. If you just come as you are, then that's perfect.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Using the scripture.
Okay,
Come
so
as
we
you
do
are.
still have 5 balloons unpopped.
Dang.
So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch it on over to you. So I'm going to have you hold this.
Wow.
And
okay.
did you have a question for the ladies to help you narrow it down?
Dang, hold up. What is like a purpose that you have inside of your life? What do you want to do?
All right, let's start right over here. If we can have your name, age, and the answer to his question.
My name is Sakari. I'm 30. A purpose. I mean, I feel like that's a good question. To inspire others, to touch others in some sort of way. I think my purpose here in life is literally to make someone else's life better, advance more, just, yeah.
Name and age, and the answer to his question.
My name is Ashley. I'm 29. And honestly, I've experienced a lot. I've done a lot. I've been through a lot, good and bad. And I just feel like what I've experienced is meant to inspire and teach other young ladies, or men too, because I have a lot of brothers, so, you know. So really, I truly think my purpose here is to explain a more wisdom-filled way of experiencing life. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm currently at L&D RN, and I want to become a midwife, and I really want to serve the Black community because I see how they get treated in the healthcare system, and it's just not giving. And I want to be the one that is giving, and that's one of my purposes.
I like that. That's cool.
My name is Sincere. I'm 27.
Mhm.
I think my life's purpose is to give off good energy.
Mhm.
Sometimes there's like people that intentionally are put on this earth to drain you,
Mhm.
that are just like vampires that suck the energy. And I just feel like I can transfer that to people, so they're always happy.
My name is Angel. I'm 23.
My feet would be killing me. I'd be like, can y'all get on with this? Because my feet is hurting. I don't see how they stand there all this time in those heels. Like,
I'm currently in the military, so I feel like my purpose is what I'm doing right now, to serve your country, you know. I would like to be OBGYN. I would like to help like deliver babies or work with children. I love kids, you know, help with kids that might be in a foster home or something like that, you know, just give them a place to stay, or, you know, whatever I can to like help out in the community or whatever.
Okay, that's beautiful. All right.
All right, Poet. Those are some good answers. I'm
It
not going to
really is,
lie.
though.
So, whose balloon are you popping based off of what you've heard?
How many am I popping?
Let's
Or
go
am I
ahead
just
and
popping one?
have you pop one.
Okay.
I know it's hard.
I mean, based off the answer, because I do really care about, like, for me, like, I make music, so I want to change, like, the world and actually have an impact that can actually do something. So, okay, there's probably one I gotta pop.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm so sorry. How do you do that? Okay.
Okay, so you ended up popping this one because?
I guess the answer, and more likely, because I mean, I guess for being just spreading good energy should be like a natural thing. And the one thing that I kind of do with my music, I don't know, I want to be able to impact people past just the basics, you know? Yeah.
I respect that.
And now, why did you have your balloon unpopped for Poet?
He is very calming, and I'm big on energy. From the moment he walked in, like, I just felt calm, and I like to be at peace with people, and I feel like I could just, like, be under you all day. So
Okay. Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay, ladies, does any one of you have a question for him? Oh, we got a question right over here.
So, does the jewelry that you wear, like in your ear or in your hair, mean anything, or is it just kind of like aesthetic?
No, I'm more of a spiritually in tune person. So like I like to express how my soul is through like my aesthetic as like who I am, you know?
Okay, so what do you mean by spiritual? Like, what is that?
So like I care about having a personal connection with God.
Okay.
And I like to pursue him personally.
It's important to find out which God people are. That's why we got to say Jesus. Okay? Because people have different definitions of God. People think they're gods. People think nature is God. The universe is God. Which God? Say his name. Jesus.
Instead of having to have outside influence, I was doing that when I was a younger kid, but I like to actually have like my personal, in-depth like connection with them.
Okay. Okay.
I like the henna though.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, and now, what made you ask that question? Are you a religious person, or are you also spiritual?
I'm more, I guess, on the religious side, but I understand you when you say that you need to be kind of connected with God. I guess like this is probably going to be a deal breaker because you just like associated like your jewelry like with God, and
No,
I just don't.
It's my personal expression. So my personal expression, God made every person inside of his likeness. And so my personal expression and my spirituality, I'm showing my spirit through who I am as a person.
Okay. I just don't
I mean, at the
understand
end of the
it.
day, you can have,
I think what he's saying, which he probably didn't express it right, it's the same way, like, I'll take myself, for instance. I have shirts that may say something about Jesus on the shirt. It may have a cross on the shirt. It may have a Bible on the shirt. Some of us, we may wear cross pieces. Not that we worship that piece, okay? But we show or express that we are followers of Christ by wearing a cross, by wearing different T-shirts that may have God or references to Jesus on the shirt. That's what he's trying to say.
like, go against any
I think.
other person's religion. I fully support whatever you guys are doing. I just like to have a personal connection because I've been through a lot.
So you said, I'm sorry, hold on. So you said that was a deal breaker for you?
I just don't understand it. I'm
It's
trying
just
to
the way
like,
he
correlate,
expressed it. He didn't.
Just think about it. You got it.
Yeah, let me ponder on it.
Okay. All right. And Ashley, you said you had a question?
I mean, only because a relationship with God is something that's important for me too. So now this is where you get a little bit more in depth, because there's God, but God is God to whoever.
Yeah,
But like,
that's exactly
Right.
is it Jesus Christ, or
Me?
is it just the gods of this world?
Very good question. Me and her, we were here. Okay.
I'm the type of person that I don't like to push upon a name or anything. If I
See?
don't know anything, and then at the same time, if I don't know,
She was like, oh, nope. No, what is his name? You have to say, this is the thing that the enemy is trying to erase, is the name of Jesus. Because there wasn't just power in the being of Jesus, okay? There is power even in his name. So you got to put a name on it because people have so many different definitions of God. Put a name on it, okay? And it has to be the Jesus of the scriptures, the Jesus of the holy book, the holy Bible. Because even Muslims believe in Jesus, but they don't believe in the Jesus of the Bible. They don't believe that Jesus was God. They think he was a mere prophet, just a mere man, okay? Even though he was born of a virgin, even though Satan touched every human, okay, according to their book, touched every person, touched Muhammad, according to their book, okay, but didn't touch Jesus. He was perfect, but they still just consider him just, oh, he's just a prophet. That's why the name is very important and got to be the Jesus of the Bible.
I like to go into backgrounds. I like to learn about different backgrounds of different religions. And the way that some of them are actually based upon, I'd rather have a connection that's solely, he will speak to me, he will show me how, you know?
Okay.
Mm.
I am going to have to pop.
Okay.
I do respect that entirely.
No, that's completely cool.
He said a lot, but didn't say anything. He's kind of double-minded. And a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And when you're looking for someone, or when you are thinking or considering building a relationship with someone, you got to know that you know that you know that you know, okay? That they are stable in the relationship with God. They are stable in Jesus. If that's who you are considering to lead you as a woman.
Thank you.
All right. So why did we end up popping?
I think you're very calming. I kind of want you to put me to sleep because your voice is just very soothing, and I love that. I think you're handsome, but I'm on my own journey with God currently, and God only, nobody else. So the fact that you kind of said otherwise
What
was just not for me.
do you mean by that, though?
Because
You say you are dibbling and dabbling in all religions.
more so like I just kind of dip into different religions. Like I'm not dipping into anything.
No, I learn about different religions. That's how I actually got to the place that I am right now. I learned about different religions. And I've
That's
taken on the
okay.
actual,
I learn about different
like,
religions too,
identity of
and that's what
trying
lets
to
me
get to
know
him himself.
that
That's it.
Jesus is
No one
Lord.
else. I don't
Okay.
need to do all that dipping and diving into different things.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, thank you. And why did we end up popping?
Because I'm really big on God.
Yeah.
I'm really big on the Lord. I was raised up in the church. I sung in the choir. I praise dance. So when you said that, that threw me off a little bit too. Like I respect it by all means. Everybody has their own,
Journey.
you know, who they serve. But me personally, I serve one God.
I serve one too.
And his
But
name is
trust me,
Jesus.
At the end of the day, I don't shame anybody. I
Right.
don't have no static against anything that anyone else believes.
Right.
What I believe is there's a lot of different things that has happened within different type of religions, and to have real respect to the true God, I want to have that connection with Him. That's
I
it.
understand.
And I know that I'm not gonna cap. For me to be put out off of religion is crazy.
Listen, because that's a
It's
big.
cool
that's,
though.
you have
I mean,
to
like,
understand
I
though.
understand.
They can reject these women because they have a child, okay? And I've even seen people say, well, y'all Christian women, but you didn't have a child and you're not married. I've had a child and I'm not married. But once you get your life together, you ask for forgiveness, you live a life of repentance, you change paths. You can't undo the child. You can't undo the past. Like you can't undo that. But you can reject me because of my past, you know, and having a child now, this life that it's a package deal, but I can't reject you because your leadership or your leader, how do I word that? Your leader is just this higher power, or there's no specific spiritual guidance that you have. You just dibble and dabble in this and in that. That's unstable, because although every religion has some truth in it, but it's not the same, okay? It's not the same. as a woman who's looking or who's waiting or who's embarking on a relationship with a man that will lead her, religion is very important because this is going to show, this tells me who you answer to. If I'm following you, who are you following? What higher power are you submitting to? What God are you submitting to? Are you submitting to Jesus Christ, who actually gives you the instructions on how to lead me? Okay, because Islam tells men that they can strike their wives. That's what Islam tells men. Islam tells men that they can have multiple wives. Islam tells men, it's so many different things that I won't go down that rabbit hole because this will be a 3-day video. But yeah, I got to know, like, who's leading you while I'm following you.
I know I completely understand it, but it's the one thing is I show respect to other people's religions, and
Right.
I actually show respect to the fact of you do whatever
Right.
feels great to you. But at the end of the day, I have my connection with the higher power, so I understand what is really gonna put me forward. You feel me?
I understand that, and you're so sweet.
Look,
Like,
they
you're
all
so,
in the
he is
background
calm.
like,
He's very calm.
they all in the background like,
But I'm from Georgia, and in the South, that's where I was raised up. So it's like religion is a big thing.
Same, I get
So,
you. Like
I really I'm not
understand.
perfect,
No, trust me. I'm far from perfect as well, and I guess the one thing that I don't have, I guess the type of words to be able to put upon against this situation is just more of the fact that I respect and acknowledge and at the same time give the grace and respect to what people believe in.
I understand.
What I'm saying is this.
and that's fine, but that don't mean I have to be in a relationship with you.
Throughout every person's perspective inside of how I feel about how, like, I have with my connection with how you guys think is at the end of the day, I really do.
Take your time. It's okay.
No, I'm just saying, because, like, for me, it's really personal, because, like, I literally have, like, went through the dirt and mud, and my whole life has been up, down. In a way, not to be too truthful or anything, I've been homeless for like 6 years. Like, I've went through so much trials and tribulations, and the connections that I've made. I went through different churches. I went through different type of religions to try to find out a way how to be able to come back and actually understand certain things. And the one thing is, I feel like God has had a time to be able to talk to me and tell me, the one thing you should do is stop worrying about how you're getting to him. Is just speak to him in general.
Right.
Not them, I mean, it's whatever you feel, but at the end of the day, it's like, I love the connection that I have. He gave me the blessing to be able to be right here today. So it's like,
Amen.
I respect every single person on this freaking panel. I respect you and the people that helped me to get onto this thing. I legitimately, I will not tarnish anybody else's connection or go against anything that you guys are going against. So that's why I feel like at the end of the day, I respect what you guys do.
All right, well, Poet, that's all the balloons popped. So I'm so
Yeah.
sorry we weren't able to find you a match today, but thank you so much for coming on.
No, of course.
All right, ladies, let's give it up for him.
Okay, so we're going to end this right here. Of course, there's more to the show. This episode was over an hour long. This last gentleman, I think he's exploring different things, and he is not stable in which God he has chosen to follow. I pray that he gets there, okay, and he really finds out who Jesus is, and that Jesus is the only way, the only truth, the only life, and no one gets to God, the Father, okay, the higher power, the creator, but by Jesus, only by him. I'm glad that these women stood their ground, kept their standards up as far as their religious beliefs are concerned. We know that as followers of Christ, we don't call it religion, we call it a relationship. We have a relationship with Jesus. But I'm glad they stood their ground. This is definitely, y'all let me know in the comments what you think. This is definitely not a show that I think Christian women should be going on to find their spouse. It's just sad, but there's 8 women up here and there were 3 men, no, 4. I don't know how many men in all. I think it was 4. It kind of matches the ratio of men to women in the church. Because I know many people was in the comments saying, "Why don't y'all find a man that's in church?" It's not that easy, because you go to a church and it's majority women in the church, and if there are some men there, most of the time they're married. And it's just sad that this is what we've gotten to. Like, this is what we got into. Me being a single Christian woman, yes, I do desire marriage, but I'm okay if it never happens. As long as I make it into the kingdom, I'm okay if that never takes place, because it's not easy, because a lot of the Christian men are going outside of the church to find women to marry. So it's not that easy. The ratio is not balanced at all. There's a lot of women to one man. It's a struggle, okay? And this is a struggle I choose not to focus on. I'm like, God, if you send him, then it's meant for me to have him. Or I can be like Paul and remain single, okay? Remain unmarried, which is okay. It's fine by me. Fine by me. But this is not a show that Christian women, this is not the show we want to go on. And I know there's a lot of women that desire to be married, a lot of women in the church that desire to be married. But you have to stand your ground. Don't waver. Don't lower your standards. You want a man of God, and you want a godly man who follows after Jesus, because there's standards that Jesus have set in the word of how a husband's supposed to love his wife, how a husband's supposed to treat his wife, and vice versa, how a wife's supposed to love her husband and treat her husband. And the good thing about Jesus Christ, the good thing about the word of God, the good thing about the Bible is no matter what we need, every area of our lives, there's an answer to it in that word. So I pray that these men find their way to Jesus, and I pray that these women who desire a kingdom marriage, who desire to be married to godly men who follow after Jesus Christ, that a godly man will cross their path and love them as Christ has loved the church and gave himself for it, and also love their children as well. So that's the end of this video. Hopefully you all liked it and you subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. God bless.